Hey everybody, welcome back. I can't believe it. Mr. 2x10 piece has logged on again for another crack at the weekly. What have we learned about this weekly? Well, just in general, I live by a code, and the code is only a Sith deals in absolutes. That being said, I think no matter what, if you get a scalar early, you gotta take it. This is a loss. And cricket is good. I don't like it because I think it's bad, but when it's against me, I'm like, wow, that's good. That's a smart play. Now that's unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate with it, but that's life. That's life in the business, okay? Decent odds to level up on turn 3, which is what really counts. You mosquito me, I mosquito you. We win this. I'm always happy to split the first two. I'd be happier to have not lost any HP. But to split the first two is not so bad. Where's my level, Denny? Denny, where's my level? Let's add a bat to this, because we can. And you know what? I would love to add a second bat next turn. I'm not going to pill an ant this early. The rat, just because there's two of them, I'm actually kind of interested in it. I feel like it works really well with a camel. I feel like it works really well with a kangaroo. I don't know. This one's kind of like we're living on a prayer here. But honestly, going from 9 to 7, like in HP, doesn't really matter too much. Going from 10 to 9 matters a lot, unfortunately. Oh my god, the draw of the century. Thank you, Bat, for punching your own ticket to the draw there. We're gonna... I guess we're probably gonna sell a fish because it's just a 3-3. We're gonna freeze a pill, roll. Just wanted to see what you got for me, and the answer is squat. You know what? We are gonna pill an ant. Because we have to build into something better. We're already thinking about the future. Because this team is not gonna... It's like looking at the current Canucks core and being like, you know what? I think we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. I got news for you. It's not happening. Have you seen the games up to this point, as of this recording at least? We gotta maximize our chances of valuable levels up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this is a good one. And that's very important. And then let's see. I really wanted to get another level up. With that not happening, it's okay. I honestly think we got to amp up our bat a little bit because it's the only thing that's going to be getting a buff from our penguin. Or as I call it, the ranged giraffe. What do you call a penguin with only one tier 2? What is a ranged giraffe? So true. So true. We almost got to a draw there. You're not going to run the numbers. Depending, if that wasn't a level 2 spider, I think we draw. Okay, so I think you do pop the otter. And then you sell the otter. Because we don't want it to soak up buffs. Apparently, we do want the rat to soak up buffs. Mostly because its HP is already good. And then, I know I said it helps with the kangaroo. But I really think, maybe, hold on. Can't really run kangaroo then giraffe behind it. So I think we believe in the power of a long-term caterpillar. I think it's the only way we stand a chance long-term. Is to basically focus all our scaling on the rat, which is we're doing what we can right now. And then following that, if we can live long enough for the caterpillar to buff itself. I am praying for the caterpillar to soak up that buff, then I'd be thrilled. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Okay, at this point, I think we would instead do it like this. Please. You definitely need that. Although, hold on. Bye. It takes you to 4. Pill takes you to 3. I think it's worth it. Even running 4 squatted, I think it's worth it. We can run you next time. Level 2 rat. It's going to be an 11-12 with garlic. We're applying some weakness to the enemies. It's a very vulnerable team. We're in a lot of trouble. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We lived. Every turn we live is so valuable for us because we're soaking up stats, man. I'm saying no to the buffalo, mostly because we just used it. Honestly, at this point, you could use the garlic as well. Look, that's fine, but I would also love to see another scaler. Honestly, I think we gotta go deer, but 5/5 on a unit that has garlic too is pretty tempting. It's just that it's like it's kind of late in the game for it, you know. We're really trying. If the caterpillar, oh, the caterpillar's stealing the buff from the penguin. How dare you? Good weakness though. Hold on, it's kind of working. It's a nasty ox. You almost saw a man become the Joker there, but I'm holding it together. Come on, penguin, I need your help here. Don't buff the caterpillar, okay? With God as my witness, we need to survive, which to me means that we actually upgrade both garlics to lemons. Honestly sounds pretty valuable to me. Thank you. That's one way that the buffs could have gone. The caterpillar is actually going to be like debuffed when it levels up, which is a nightmare. But again, it would be merciful just to have lived long enough for that to matter, I guess. So don't tell me, by the way, I don't want to know if the lemons made the difference. Okay, the rats are really helping out our opponent's oxes, but we came through just fine yet again. We actually don't need our caterpillar to level up. Why don't, you know, go ahead. We don't want you to level up. It would be better for me if you didn't level up. You're gaining like 2 stat points. I'd rather not spend on that. It doesn't seem worth it to me. I don't know, deer with the chili pepper seems pretty spicy. I feel like we're probably not in a good place. But we won more than I thought we would on the way up. Like, things were looking really bad. And instead, they merely went kind of bad. This kangaroo, I mean, level 3 kangaroo, level 2 crocodile, level 2 buffalo. That's just a nasty team. I'm content with 3 wins. I feel like we never really got out of the starting blocks on that one. And that's okay. It happens from time to time. Let me be a bald housewife. Like Bicentennial Man. Oh, excuse me, Bicentennial Man was not a housewife. He was a cybernetic assisting at serving droid, okay? I've never seen the movie. I'm sorry to tell you. You know what's funny to me is that sometimes you'll say something like that. People will act like you just said something heinous. What? This guy, did you get a load of this? This guy said he's never seen Bicentennial Man. How did that happen? Honestly, I wish I knew what to say to you. If I could go back in time and go see it in theaters, when I saw the trailer for it on Canada AM as a little kid, then I would. I wish I had, I guess, if it would get you off my back. So that's a weird one, but it is what it is. I think we'll toss you here. I think an ox could do great things for us. No rats. Pigs, yes. We'll take our level next time. I think this team is totally fine. But I think we want it set up like that maybe now. Yeah, that seems right to me. So the ox, does it normally start as a 1-2? So this is actually like, it's a slightly better ox than normal. What is this team? Is it like 5 beavers? Maybe we wait a turn for our level. I felt like the bat was doing fine for us. I'm not going to insult the bat. I'm going to insult the fish. It's just a 4/4 that doesn't do anything. We've already gotten its buffs. We don't really need a pill on the ox. Like, it only gives 1 attack. I think it's overrated in the modern era. Okay, we're going to do it just because it's available. I can't help but notice the whole squad has 12 HP. The whole squad has 12 HP total. I personally would describe that, and stop me if you disagree. I personally would describe that as really bad, but still early. This is where it's supposed to come together. Right here. Okay, I'm going insano mode. I'm sorry. It has to be done. The worm is not even close to good enough. I'm gonna buff you. I'm gonna run you up at the front like an insane person. I'm gonna buff you. And I'm gonna place the remaining hopes on my squad on an 8-5 pig at the back. Forgot Hatching Chick's not 5-5 anymore. It's 4-4. Huge. Huge. The insanely favorable trade. And then the draw of the century. Okay, still good, good, good. At least it's not a loss. That's what we can't afford right now. Although it would have given us a buff that time. So, you know what? Fair enough. Why don't you take one of these this time? Maybe now, I'm like, move you back. Move you up and set it up like this. We could run 2 hatching chicks. We could, I mean, a level 2 hatching chick. We did make it work with a level 3. But that was, honestly, that was a different time for us. That was a different, this is not even close. I feel like we're getting, and I know I said this last time, I feel like we're kind of getting shop differenced here a little bit. We've had no scalers except for the hatching chick show up, and even the hatching chick showed up a little bit late, if I remember correctly. I'm not trying to cause problems, but if I remember correctly. Now, again, the giraffe is late. Too late to be relevant. The bison probably is not going to work. A fox is not the answer to our problems here. I think we have to, if we're going to have any chance at getting to 10, which is very unlikely, but it's what I'm rooting for, we're going to have to get to that level 3, get a bison popping, and probably level it up about 20 more times. Saved. Like, a level 1 bison is not going to get us to 10 wins. If we can get to a level 2 fast enough, maybe there's a shot. And then I'm like, okay, you're on the squad. You're a 4-4 buff. We should sell one of our tier 2s. That way, a dragonfly is going to buff a 1, a 2, and a 3. And I just, with God as my witness, I thought the bat was a better choice. To keep, I should say. To keep. It is really hard to imagine a 15-12 garlic pork chop getting us past 2 or 3 wins. I don't see a world in which that comes to pass for us. I wish I did. I'm just going to own it again. Like, I'll take responsibility. But at the same time, I feel like the shops... Oh, we're not done yet. Never mind. We still got a chance. We're going to make it. Go ahead, even though it's not the most cost-effective. Go ahead and take some of this. You're going to need it. You're going to need it too, don't get me wrong. What if we have you go against the big unit, and then you're here to back it up? The buffs got distributed properly. We got 3, like, mid-double-digit units. Really needed you to get the weakness. Or honestly, really needed the worm to get the weakness. Did anything get weakness? Okay, I feel like we kind of got shopped on that one. Without making it seem like I have an external locus of control, because I don't want that to be the impression that you get. Maybe a flexible cucumber, like the kind you get from HelloFresh. There's no rigidity. The xylem and the phloem have lost all turgor pressure. Beautiful hit. That's maybe the only way we could have won that one instead of drawn it. I appreciate that. One of these, and then why don't you give me one of those then? Give it a chance. I feel like the shops, especially like if you get an early scaler, I feel like they make a whole lot of difference. This is mosquito difference, for example. This one is mosquito difference versus the weed magi. Well done. It's been happening a lot lately. Where the heck is my level, Denny? Where's my level, Denny? Instead, we got 3 different pairs. We got 2 otters, technically. Hold on, the math was beautiful here. We got 2 mosquitoes, we got 2 moths, equipment difference ended up saving us there. That could have been disastrous. Where's my level? Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm taking it as I sees it. I regret it for a number of different reasons now. Come on, I know you got another one for me. There it is. There's the other one. That means we get a level next time as well. Which is what we need. And then we get a buffalo, and then we're feeling like everything's maybe a little bit okay, perhaps. This looks like a loss to me. This is a loss to me. Not by too much. I mean, a fedora wearing elephant, if I gotta go, that's how I want to go. Level me. It's not a buffalo, it's a worm. Dude, straight up, I just don't see it, but you gotta play the shops you're given, I suppose. So let's give it a chance. And then honestly, at this point, thanks for the gold from the otter, and I'm gonna sell you and I'm gonna feed you because you're like a 2/2 buff, which is pretty considerable. And then a snail, that's very nice. And then honestly, I would keep another snail around as well because I'm not super optimistic about this one. But we got a 7/7 worm on turn 5. It's actually like an 11/7 worm. That's not insignificant. It might not be the most significant. I see we're fighting somebody else who's cursed to the same fate as me. That's fantastic. It's wonderful news. Two baddies going at it. Note to self, apparently in the modern era, that's not what baddie means. Good to know, good to know. Well, give me the permanent stats. No disrespect to the hatching chick. In fact, give me the hatching chick as well. But I also want some food. If I'm being real with you, I think we're doing a good job of straddling the line between rolling to get food and not focusing on the worm. I think you gotta play both sides so you always come out on top on that one. In my head, this is a win. In my heart, this is a win. In reality, it's a win. That's 4 already. Okay. By round 7, it's not so bad. I would say important. I would say not so important. That's not to say we're going to win this round, but why don't you go ahead and probably cheese me as well? There is a part of me that thinks maybe a caterpillar piggybacking off of the worm makes a lot of sense. I think cheese beats meat unless we do like 4 attacks or something at this point, which is unlikely to happen. So I'm feeling okay about that. That's unfortunate. That bee actually cost us quite a lot in that situation. And yet, we held it. It's probably time for both of you. It's probably time for all of these units except the worm to go. But I think, like, let's start with the hatching chick. I'm going to feed you one of these as well. The problem with the dragonfly is, like, it's only going to hit 2 units, and it might not even hit 2 things that I care about at all. So I'm just going to keep it as is. 21/21 worm. If we can get the caterpillar some extra experience, that would help out a great deal. I think we're skating by right now by, you know, just on the game's good graces, and that is, like, quite literally about to fall apart right now. That one was a little nasty. But you know what? We're still on 2 away from lethal. So I think you should go. And we gotta get... Everything that we can do to get you up there 1 turn faster matters to me. I really don't see a fly working here, and I understand your point. I understand you're looking at the bee, and you're like, but the bee might be able to do something for you. I'm just not sure I buy it, honestly. I like that you do. I'm going all in on the worm here. And I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to put the worm up at the front so it soaks up the moth buff. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm going to sell our mosquito, and I'm going to get even more buffs out there. This is exactly, like, this is a 1-team build. Or a 1-unit team, I should say. All we have is the worm. That's it. And as you can see... Once we lose the worm, everything falls apart pretty fast. Be nice to get that caterpillar leveled on this turn. Not gonna happen. Check this out, though. Maybe it actually... Hold on, maybe it is gonna happen. Check this out. Check this out. I mean, this worm has gone insane. I think it's clear if we lose, it's everything but the worm's fault. Now just see if you get, like, chocolate. Would that even work? How is this going to work? We roll, we go down to 3. We're not going to have enough. We need 6 to get 2 experience on you. So here's how I think you do it for now. Sell me. You go to 5. You buy me. Hit anything. That's fine. And then you might as well... It doesn't really matter. Would you rather have an 8-8, or would you rather have an 8-8 or a 7-7 and a 2-2? I guess I would rather have a 7-7 and a 2-2. We have a 37-45. Man, if I had just found a way to get like a lemon or some garlic on you, I just did 76 damage to you. Don't double damage me. You don't double damage me. I double damage you. And it's all falling apart. The math was exactly wrong. I've never been so disappointed in my life. I honestly think if we live for 1 turn, we go to 10. Instead, we got to 5. And I've got 11 minutes till I have to leave for daycare pickup. So we're gonna yeet out one last speed run. We're gonna create a super ant. And we're gonna run a 2 squad. Let me be an eager president. Hold on, I'm just checking. I got an alert on Discord. No big deal. No big deal. I'm taking my draw, and I'm moving on to the next round happily. I am taking, I don't think you know what? It's tough. I think the moth is the play here. And then we will take a unit that gets buffed next turn, and I will take a mosquito, but only because I have to. Very pessimistic on getting a level next turn. 3 moths I don't think is the play. 3 ants on the other hand, I think that's a play and a half, honestly. Enjoy your victory there, or your draw. But I'm so good drawing against me is a victory, allegedly. Sell me. I guess we're buffing an otter for now. It's a little kooky. It's a little they're kooky and they're creepy. They're all together something. Na 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 na. The Addams Family. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So true, so true. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna bet on our otter being able to 2-for-1. I'm gonna bet on a hedgehog ruining my life completely in its entirety. Hold on, never mind. I'm gonna bet on you need to have a PhD to use a hedgehog correctly, and you know I don't even manage to use it correctly most of the time, much less all the time. Sure, you know what? Why don't you prepare me for a level? And a 5-4 ant is a terrible thing to waste, but if we gotta get rid of it at some point, and we probably do. What we should... Oh my god, dude. The greatest, like... I don't even want to talk about how great your luck has been on these bats so far. I don't even know if you're the same individual. I don't even want to talk about how great the luck has been on your ants so far. And okay. It's alright. I'm not going to cry. We have to recoup something for the loss of... For the ant. So we're going to do it right now. And we got an incredibly blessed shop, actually. We should have bought one of the scalers before we did that. I don't really know what I was thinking. We can take you, and we can take you, and then roll. And we're basically building 1 good unit. 2 good units, I suppose, but focusing mostly on the otter. I think this is a very strong team for turn 5. I think this team's going to compare favorably to many of the teams we go up against. Admittedly, they're going to get a pretty strong mosquito out of this, but we're still going to win. I think we have not a lot of scaling power, but relative to where we're at in the game, it's kind of an insane amount of scaling power. Take one of these. It's hard to get rid of a 7-6, just to give like 4-4 to another unit. So maybe we actually say no to our hatching chick for now. Or maybe, I was just going to say, maybe we say you got to sweeten the pot a little bit. And the chance to take you to a level 2 and you start giving out like permanent buffs, it interests me enough. I'll just be honest, it interests me enough. This seems good. The real Chubbs. Welcome to going one-on-one with the Lord of Spelunky. One of the finest legal minds we've ever known. Take this and take this. It is kind of tempting to run the Caterpillar, but I'm just going to say no. Not because I don't believe in it, just because I believe in what we've already got. A 14-15 with garlic and a 14-13 sans garlic right now. It's a strong-looking squad, man. It really is. We have one more good unit than the average team we're going up against right now. We got to play a little faster so I don't screw up my daycare pickup, but that's okay. How about one of these? Roll me. I don't see anything of considerable merit. Let's roll for dupes, maybe. Don't really care so much for a buffalo in this situation. Another otter, I would add. It does give a nice stat bonus. It hit both of our scalers, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. Round 9 coming up. This is around the point I'd love to see this penguin hit level 2, or we got to consider kicking it and the giraffe to the curb. Maybe, I guess there's no reason to kick both to the curb. Okay, they're us but stronger. Pretty much just the team I want to have, but don't quite yet. You do start to question, right? If it's... honestly, I think it's better to sell you. Or the giraffe. Maybe we sell the giraffe instead. It's only generating a 1-1 buff. Then you sell, you buff your penguin. You buy, you sell, and you buff the penguin. And then next turn, you get ready to drop a hatching chick out there. Or maybe next turn, we sell the hatching chick. We run a dragon and these tier 1s instead to try to amp up our 2 garlic units. Does this make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Hold on, the math was... Wait, sometimes math has been our enemy. This time math was our greatest friend. This squad has a chance. It's a buy me, a sell me. A buy me, a sell me, a buy me, and then I think we might as well just take a little buy me on that one. It does still feel a little slow, but we got 2 good units with good equipment on them. It might not be as slow as it looks. You're level 2, huh? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Was close to mattering, but doesn't matter. Makes me feel a little bit better about the 6 gold I spent on those chocolates. Sure. I mean, we're basically still in the mid-game. You should take one of those. We are looking for tier 1s, of course, so like tier 1 right here. And then probably this is a sell me, and then this is like a buy me. And then we could sell, and that would be that. Like, we buy one of these units. I'd rather roll, try to freeze like some tier 1s, maybe a lemon. I don't really, and maybe some chocolate to help out our dragon, to be honest. But I really don't think it matters. Trying to get a penguin to level 3, I think, is a bit of fool's gold here. I may be wrong, but it feels like fool's gold to me. Okay, that's all we can ask for. The greatest 2 for 1. I still got the slightest bit of time. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We're safe here. One of these. Sell it. I'm starting to believe. That's dangerous. But fun. But fun. Let's get the dragon leveled next turn, because we're not on lethal. We can afford to slow play it slightly. And then we get 2 more tier 1s next turn. This is a very strong looking team. This team is gonna... I was gonna say it was gonna cause me some problems, but that's not the case. We're actually looking pretty nice here. That's 8 wins. This is a sell. A buy. A tier 6 we don't care for, by definition. A tier 1... I'm so crazy, a tier 1 is like a tier 6 in value to me right now. Roll me. Tier 1. Tier 1. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm even going to choose to ignore the zebra on this one. If anything, we could use a lemon on our moth, and we could use a lemon, like, on our... So lucky. So lucky for us. A lemon on our... Our penguin even, which does not happen very often. Lemon on the moth first. Roll. Sell. I don't think the dragon's going to do it for us here, just to be honest. But here's what we can do. I'll tell you. I'll meet you in the middle. We'll buy one of these. You might as well... I didn't mean to give it to you, honestly, but let's spread it out. And then we'll put this dragon here. Just in case, because you never know if we make it to the next round. You never know if maybe we'll be able to get to a level 3 dragon. Something I'm sure we have had before, but... Holy cow, level 3 fly. That's a little nasty with it. It's kind of like extremely nasty with it. Never mind, we're doing just fine. What a great way to end this weekly, too. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That's quite, well, it's not that interesting of a 10-piece, but it is a big otter. That's kind of cute. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.